Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
This is the story of a DNA experiment gone mostly wrong.
BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Consider this.
This happy couple, for instance, have a real problem.
How could you?
Remain calm.
Out of sight.
Be ready for anything.
The pros and cons.
Do not cross the streams.
This is BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So Dax Shepard, you guys all know Dax, don't you?
Yeah. What the hell? Was it America's or Malibu's Most Wanted? Is that him? No, that's the other guy.
That's Jamie Kennedy.
I get those two confused all the time.
Yeah. Dax was originally on Punk'd.
Yeah.
And then did other stuff and now is
Podcast man.
Yeah. Podcast man.
And he's married to Veronica Mars, isn't he?
Yeah, Kristen Bell.
Oh, yeah. I'm the worst when it comes to relationships. I have no idea.
You remember
Unless you're dating a Kardashian, I don't care.
And Kristen Bell's his real wife. And Steve, you remember the show he was on with his actor wife, Lake Bell. Bless This Mess, I think, is the farmer show.
Oh, barely, yeah.
Yeah, they both had a farm. Dax was on Jimmy Kimmel Live and shared a funny story about how he officiated a friend's wedding. And then after the wedding, he was approached by someone who thought, Dax, you did such a good job. You really should go into showbiz professionally.
After the nuptials, we're at the kind of mixer afterwards, and an aunt from Canada who doesn't know me from a hot rock. She came up to me and she goes, "That was a beautiful ceremony." And I go, "Oh, thank you so much." And she goes, "You should think about, doing something." Like, she was hinting that I should get into show business. That's what, I was like, I should do something kind of in front of a camera or something. She's like, yes, you should do that.
What a great combination, compliment, and insult that is.
Yeah, it's a double whammy. Yeah, it's a glass half full from my perspective.
Yeah, I'd take it half full as well as if I was him. You can't expect someone's going to know everybody and what they do in Hollywood.
And they recognize your talent.
Although it is funny that nobody looked at her and goes, "You know who that is? That's Dax Shepard."
That's because nobody knew who that was. I think it's probably what the problem was.
Right.
I've had that happen to me all the time. Throughout live, people kept saying, "Steve, you have the face for radio. You should absolutely."
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think it was just me recently just said that.
Yes, I believe it was just about 2 hours ago. You texted me.
Yeah.
It's weird. Every Monday you text me you're ugly. But thanks, BJ.
I do it, though, with a complimentary way, though. I want that compliment insult.
You find creative ways to do it. Steve, stay away from any mirrors. Don't want to get scared. See you in the morning.
I'm the kind of person that I would recognize Dax Shepard, and I would be thinking, yeah, boy, I haven't seen him much lately. Maybe this is what he's doing now.
Times are tough for Dax.
Yeah, so maybe he's just charging people to do their weddings. I don't know, like cameo wedding. I don't know.
Who would be the best official? Was it officiant?
Yes, that's
officiant.
it.
Officiant.
Yeah.
I always screw that up. Like I say official, like as if like they're like a police officer hanging out telling the nuptials. The officiant. Who would you want as your officiant at a wedding? It's not William Shatner.
Whoa, dude. Difficulty level like 10.
Make you work for this one, BJ.
Wow. Well, I'm going to have to go with the Reverend Enfuego then, of course, because he's ordained.
I am ordained.
And affordable.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to be very affordable.
Yeah, I'll give you a discount.
If I'm stepping down for William Shatner, Rev is he's paying me to do it.
Well, it'll definitely be cheaper than William Shatner.
I think I'd want The Rock full promo too. Like, you know, like
really?
Instead of like, and the millions, it'd be like, and the hundreds or 50 or whatever. People. Do you take this man? It doesn't matter what you think.
Next time we do anything, though, you are not allowed to pick The Rock. Okay? You come at me for Shatner. You are not allowed to pick The Rock next time.
All right, then I'm going to go with...
Oh, here we go. I know who you're going to go with. I mean, there's only two that you'd go with. Sylvester Stallone in his full Rocky days.
I didn't even think about that, but that would be awesome. No. I'm going Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There you go.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
But that's like, isn't he sly?
Repeat after me.
Yes.
And would you want his donkeys there?
Yes.
Please.
One will be my best man. The other will be the ring bearer.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't. Was that an Urban Dictionary thing, Vicky? I'm not sure what that means.
No, remember he actually owns donkeys.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, Vicky, who are you going with?
Well, he loves weddings, so I feel like he would be fantastic at it. It would be Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
He can't crash a wedding if he's in the wedding.
Well, he can show up and be like, I'm going to be the officiant now. It's like, sorry, Rev, you're not officiating my wedding anymore.
Damn.
It's Tom Hanks.
Well,
I mean, it is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he'll get his son to crash the wedding. My son Colin is taking over for me as the wedding crasher since I am actually in it.
As long as it's not Chad.
Yeah.
For Danny, I feel like it's got to be Drunk Billy Joe.
Well, yeah, but if we're doing what expecting, because then I also wouldn't want him to ruin it.
I'm not Justin Bieber, you mother.
Who's the dude from MXPX that's your best buddy?
Oh,
That's
Mike
him,
Carrera,
right?
yeah. No.
Yeah, that's probably him then.
I know, I was going to say Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman would be good.
Good call.
Yeah,
Wow.
narration. You get the whole narration. He's walking down the aisle.
And you look like a stud for getting Morgan Freeman to be at your wedding.
That's true, too.
Yeah, Danny's choice is good. I have one that I know I would do in that vein because Morgan Freeman's voice is just tremendous. I mean, yeah, why not? I would definitely go with James Earl Jones, though, for them.
But it's got to be in the Darth Vader voice.
Oh, of course.
Oh, because that's what your soon-to-be wife wants, is the leader of the bad guys to be the guy.
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
That's true to life when you think about it, right?
Yeah, the Death March should play that when it...
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I was at a wedding where they did that.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
played so when the husband came in, they played the Imperial March, and then when the wife came in, she played some love song or whatever. But I thought it was awesome.
Some random love song.
I don't remember it, but I remember the Imperial March.
Now we know Rev is going to be Jay from Orgy.
No, but in the sort of similar vein of a musical artist, I would want Rob Zombie, but he's got to do it Dracula style.
I almost thought you were going to say you're going to want Clownvis. I'm like, I don't know if we're allowed to do that anymore.
See, that's kind of attainable at this point. Like, I'm going for the big guns here.
Rob Zombie would be pretty badass.
Yeah. Well, hey, congratulations to all of your impending whatever it is that you're going to need this, guys. Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard this, but a man got into a fight with a kangaroo because kangaroos they come with boxing gloves and they bunch of that's just how they do. It's true. Yeah, dude, this guy he got into a fight with a kangaroo and the battle lasted over 6 minutes. And you're going to hear from him as Steve has the Miggs report for you at 6:20 on The Rock.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.
This is BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Let's go! 99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Puget Law Group for giving us the Miggs Report. And today is a day that Danny can celebrate. I think he's the only one on our show that does this. Any guesses, BJ?
Cries a lot?
No.
Oh.
Wallet chain.
Wallet chain's a very good guess.
Oh.
It is something that hangs.
Post. Okay. Post 4 million pictures of your kid?
No. I don't think he's posted that many pictures of this. No. Vicky?
I don't want to.
Okay, fine, Reb.
I can only think of one thing that hangs that's not a wallet chain.
Oh my God! Wow.
It is a ball shape. It's very spherical.
All right.
Okay,
It hangs.
this is, I feel like I need to go to get that teddy bear to show you where I've been hurt.
I was gonna say maybe guitars because he hangs his guitars, but they're not ball shaped.
They're not spherical, no.
That's all I got, man.
Do you have truck nuts on your car?
I don't.
No truck
Not
nuts.
anymore, Vicky.
No, Vicky, I do.
That's right. Come on, Vicky.
No, it's National Yo-Yo Day.
Oh, that's right.
Danny likes. To
Look,
play
he's
with
going
that.
into his bag right now. He has a yo-yo.
I don't want to hear about.
Of course he does.
Does it light up?
Yeah. Oh no. This is my.
Come back to me when you have a light up.
That's his practice one.
It is my practice one.
Do you do any tricks? Do you walk the dog? Do you?
I can do around the world. I can walk the dog. I can hit BJ in the face with it.
That's
Okay.
that's my favorite trick.
I feel like we definitely have to get a video at some point of Danny hitting himself in the face with his yo-yo.
Wow.
Let's do that.
It's also, I never even knew this existed, National Applesauce Cake Day. Did you know there was an applesauce cake?
Yes, I actually do know about it, and it actually, depending on who makes it, of course, it's pretty tasty.
Never had it, totally down to try it. Love me
Yeah.
some applesauce.
Yeah.
And I love cake.
Yeah. It's really good with frosting and more frosting. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I think it's
like saying
you ever had like
celery's good.
Yeah.
You slather it up with peanut butter.
Yes, it is, Steve. You know what? You know what?
You figured it out, man.
He's unlocked the puzzle.
Also, today is National Churro Day, so you enjoy yourself a churro. You can't go wrong with a good churro, I tell you. Might I recommend, there's a place I went to recently. It's a vegan bakery in Tacoma, and they had churros there as well. It's called Pasteles Finos de Angel. Is that right? Angel's Pastry.
Yeah.
Or bakery.
Pasteles finos de ángel.
Pasteles Finos de Angel.
Fine cakes, or Angel's fine cakes.
There you go.
So is it a Mexican bakery? I don't know a whole lot about Mexican pastry. I know Italian pastry.
Well, for the
Jewish
most part,
pastry. Yeah,
it's got a lot of donuts. It's got pastries you see anywhere else. I think almost all of them are done vegan style, but they also have churros there, and they're like straight out of the little churro oven thing that's on the cashier
that's
counter.
that's the only, if you will, Mexican pastry I know. But Vicky, you're saying I'm missing out on a lot of delicacies.
Yeah, there's a lot. I brought in a couple of them. Like one of the big ones. It's kind of like a bread. It's called a concha.
A concha.
It's like a concha.
Danny also hangs that from his car.
Which actually means shell in English. But conchas are really, really good. They're like this sweet bread. You've probably seen pictures. I know I brought one in once.
Oh,
They're
did you,
really-
man?
yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, whoa.
But there's Tatum checking out all the donuts.
Look at those donuts.
Tatum knows what's up.
Oh, she looks like a kid in a candy store, but a kid in a pastry store.
Ooh, this
And
place has
you-
tiramisu too.
What?
They don't mess around, dude.
And that's all. It's all vegan.
Yes. I think they might have like one little section that has some dairy stuff, I noticed, but everything else in there was vegan. And Angel, the guy that runs it, couldn't be a nicer guy. He saw Tatum in there, ran to the back, got like one of those decorations for a cake that are like those little balloons. She still walks around with those things, and this was like a week ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it could be a nicer dude. So
If I walk in, what do you think? What are my chances of getting a balloon? I just,
well, he might tell you just to leave.
See, I miss those days when you're a little kid and you just get a balloon. People just go, here you go.
Also, today is National Drive-In Movie Day. I've never been, fun fact, I've never been to a drive-in movie. The only time I've ever been to a drive-in is to see Green Day perform at the Auburn Valley Drive-In when they did that show where they performed at a drive-in theater.
That's awesome. Neither have I. I've never done an actual movie.
Always wanted to.
Yep.
Damn.
Well, that's because you people aren't old.
Yeah, I guess I'm old enough. I guess I'm old enough to do so, but yeah, I've done it a bunch of times.
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, as a child of the '60s, you're in the back of the car, and it's it's like the true family experience. I just used to love going to the concession stand. You get to walk around the drive-in, you go out there during the
right,
intermission.
yeah.
Oh, it was so. I mean, it's an old school lost thing that I mean, I know some people try to bring back, and it's cool if they bring it back the exact way I remember.
All right, let's talk about this guy in Australia who might be like the most epic dude ever, because what he did was just insane. He's in the news because he fought a kangaroo that tried to attack his dog. So like a lot of people who love their dogs, like, no, you're not getting in the middle of me and my dog. So he got into a fight with this kangaroo. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't like a couple little shots. The kangaroo ran off or whatever it may be. They ended up fighting for 6.5 minutes.
Whoa.
What?
Apparently the kangaroo bit his finger, gouged his head, clawed his legs before finally saying, you know what? I'm done fighting this guy. He seems like he's not going to quit on me. In fact, here's the dude talking about his experience fighting a kangaroo.
Well, my dogs were barking there, and I went out to see what they were barking at, and there was a 6-foot buckaroo in a bad mood trying to rip my little dogs out of the yard and shoot it away, but it didn't want to shoo away. It just put its claws up, stood on its back feet, and started chasing me. Next thing you know, I slipped over, and it's jumped on me back. Was fortunate enough where I landed with was a stick, so I fought it off with a stick, and after 3 whacks with the stick, it snapped like a carrot. And then I thought, well, this thing means business. It's going to mongrel me real good. So I took it to the ground. It's the only way I could deal with it. And I suppose if I hadn't, it would have been a lot worse. Yeah, I've got a few bruises and scars on me.
Wow. And he just got signed to the UFC.
Right? Yeah, good ground game, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's really quick thinking. Like, I will take it to the ground. It will have at least less damage it will do to me. I wouldn't even think about.
Well, because kangaroos are known for boxing, they're not known for wrestling. So he figured, you know what?
True.
Yeah, all right.
Styles make fights. He's like, I'm going to make this work.
Watch out! It's like, watch out for the kangaroo that knows jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why they don't do well in the MMA, because they only have that one. They really need to be master of many styles.
Exactly. I love that he's like, I hit him with the stick until it snapped like a carrot. I'm like,
yeah,
great description. Totally picture that. Yeah, well, luckily he's going to be okay, and his dogs are going to be all right. Okay, that's just, man, you don't want to mess with them kangaroos there, BJ. I don't know about you.
Yes, I don't, and that's why it's probably good that I'm not a dog owner, because I'd be like, you know what, you're a great friend. I'm leaving, and you know what, defend your master.
I know, like, a lot of people think it's a fun thing to do, but probably not a good idea to get certain sexual favors done to you while you're driving, because maybe you'll stop paying attention and get into a massive accident, and that's exactly what happened in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as a guy crashed into a FedEx truck while receiving, well, let's just say the girl was talking into his microphone as she was sitting in the passenger seat. He got distracted, swerved into oncoming traffic. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but he did sustain, quote, injuries to his private area.
Oh, boy.
No. We're not sure what they are exactly, but I think we can kind of put 2 and 2 together.
That's right out of the Garp movie, man.
Yes, and the best part is, of course, the TV news reporters have to report on this, and they got to find a tactful way to describe what happened. And here's one TV reporter talking about what went down.
As for what caused the crash, well, police say the female passenger was performing sex acts on the driver, causing him to lose control and hit this FedEx truck. This happened on North Ocean Boulevard and 19th Street. We're told the pair had minor injuries.
I mean, that should be on her Tinder bio. She's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, she was very professional.
Will cause minor injuries.
The best part is they have the pictures of this accident. If you look, like, in the picture, the scene looks pretty bad, but next to the truck, there's the guy lying on the street with his pants still down around his ankles.
Okay, then. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose if you have injuries there, I mean, they got to treat you, so you just might as well keep them that way until someone, I mean,
Maybe he's afraid they're going to zip and zip too quick.
Yeah, that's, I mean, already he's, yeah.
Good old FedEx sex act.
Do you think when it comes to stories like that, they basically have to just, like, you know, do a little Rochambeau to decide which anchor has to cover that kind of story?
Who wants to deliver this with the straightest face possible?
Yeah, it's like, Jimmy, I'm going to laugh. You need to take this. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
They would never hand it over to me. They're like, no, Steve, you're not going to. No. We'll get complaints. You'll just start laughing and doing a bunch of dong jokes.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, how about the Mariners?
Woo! Woo!
Yeah. Exactly. Big rally in the 9th. They score 3, tie it up, going into 10th. Win the game 6-5 against the Texas Rangers. That was their 3rd straight series wins. So they've had 3 different series against teams, and they've won them in a row. Dude, this is crazy, BJ.
It was just a bomb fest. It seemed like everybody on the Rangers were hitting home runs, and I thought, oh, this game is done. And like you said, big comeback.
Oh man! And now they're 3 games out of a playoff spot. I know it's still early in the season, but, you know, for a while we're like, man, even though it's early in the season, things are not looking good for this team. Now all of a sudden they're slowly starting to figure things out, and winning these series, that's all you could ask for.
That's why baseball is a really cool sport, is that you can really have a disastrous start and, you know, you can turn it around because there are so many games. So, yeah, the Mariners are definitely not out of this at all.
Today they play at 5 p.m. They start their series against the Houston Astros. NBA championships, Golden State Warriors tied the series up 1 game apiece. They beat the Celtics 107-88.
Oh, the Celtics are still in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're in the finals. It's crazy, BJ.
Yeah, there's no more playoffs, man. It's just the finals.
Yeah.
NHL playoffs in the Western Conference. Jeez. Tonight, it looks like the Avalanche are probably going to sweep Edmonton. They're up 3-0. They don't look like they're
Yeah.
They can be stopped. It's just insane. On the Eastern Conference side, you got the Rangers. They lost 3-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, so now the Rangers have a 2-1 series lead. Good luck to the T-Birds continuing in the WHL finals. They lost a close one yesterday, 5-4 to the Edmonton Oil Kings, so the series is tied at 1 game apiece. Now they'll be at the ShoWare Center tomorrow for 2 for Tuesday. You got to be there for that. That place will be rocking. Cheer on the Thunderbirds. And also real quick, WWE had their Hell in a Cell yesterday, and Cody Rhodes was like the big marquee match. And we've had Cody on our show before. Great dude. He was the main event. His image is on the chairs that they give away. You know, it's a big deal. Hours before the pay-per-view, he's working out and tears his pectoral muscle. Tore it off the bone. Bad. So you're like, okay, he's not going to be able to wrestle. Nope. What I'd imagine was a cortisone shot or something to be able to handle it. Wrestled an epic match. It was an awesome match, and of course they leaned into the fact that his pectoral muscle was ripped. But I don't know if you've seen the pictures of it. This was like the most gnarly looking thing. He comes out, takes his jacket off. The entire arena just goes quiet. Like, dude, that's nasty. I mean, his entire chest and most of his arm is black and blue, like dark black and blue. Ouch. Dude's a warrior, man. I mean, it's just like and I think he put out a tweet that was just like, for the love of the game. And some people are like, how do you even get away with that? But according to some people, if you tear it off the bone, you can't make it any worse. So I mean, he's got to go get surgery. He's out for like 6 months, if not more. But it's not going to make it any worse. And he's probably thinking, man, they put this entire pay-per-view around me. I got to be there.
Wow.
Better man than most.
Wow.
Or stupider man, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, why not give the guy the championship?
Yeah, if you haven't seen the injury, it's gnarly.
Oh, it is. Yeah. We have that.
We'll have to share it. Yeah, it's
That'll wake you up in the morning just looking at that, dude.
It was one of those things where you could hear almost a pin drop when he took off his jacket, because it's like a Hell in a Cell. It's a big cage structure. Takes off this like elaborate jacket that he wears, and then it's just like almost just dead quiet. Everyone's just like, "Ooh, you're gonna wrestle like that?"
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Cody, you, as the kids would say, cray cray.
Yeah, that's what the kids would say.
I don't even think the kids say that anymore.
I have no idea.
Hey, as far as weather, 63 degrees and cloudy. The weather's going to be cray-cray, Rev.
Cray-cray.
Thanks to Jersey Mike Subs for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
On Friday, Steve did get this one wrong.
What does an archer typically carry their arrows in?
A basket.
No.
Basket. A holster.
No.
Their rear end.
No.
Wow. No, we were looking for quiver. Not the rear end. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger is back. A flavor spectacle of pretzel proportion. Featuring applewood smoked bacon and hot and juicy beef. It puts beer cheese on top of Munster cheese and a pretzel bun on top of all that. Simply put, Wendy's Pretzel Pub puts the EAT in greatness. Try one today and see for yourself. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger.
For a limited time only at participating Wendy's.